జై శ్రీకృష్ణ. గోవిందాష్టకము ఆదిశంకరాచార్య రచించినది. చదువుతాను. సత్యం జ్ఞానమనంతం నిత్యం మనాకాశం పరమాకాశం గోష్ఠప్రాంగణ లింఖనలోల గ్రోష్ఠప్రాంగణ రింఖనలోలమనాయాసం పరమాయాసం మాయాకల్పిత నానాకారక మనాకారం భువనాకారం క్షామానాథం అనాథం ప్రణమత గోవిందం పరమానందం. I praise Govinda, who is the eternal bliss, who is the eternal truth, who is knowledge, who is eternal, who is beyond everything, who is the ultimate limit, who roams in the courtyards of the cowsheds of Vrajabhumi, who effortlessly created all these multiverses, who is assuming various forms in the Maya, in the form of using his own Maya, and who has no form, but he is in the form of the universe, and he is in the form of the Lord incarnated on earth, and he has no Lord. That is the best translation. సత్యం జ్ఞానమనంతం నిత్యమన ఆకాశం పరమాకాశం గోష్ఠ ప్రాంగణ రింఖనలోలమన ఆయాసం పరమాయాసం anayasam, effortlessly. You see, in other religions, God is taking 6 days to construct the earth, and 7th day the poor fellow is taking rest, and so these fellows consider the 7th day as a holy day. Krishna is never tired, anayasam, effortlessly. So God, how can God get tired by? So your gods are basically silly gods, they are petty gods perhaps. So satyam jnanam anantam nityam anakasham paramakasham goshtha prangana rinkhana ayasam paramayasam maya kalpita nanakaraka nanakaram anakaram bhuvanakaram kshamanatham anatham. He is the nath, but he is anath. He has no nath, he has no boss. Pranamata govindam paramanandam. Adi Shankara is writing, and some fools are criticizing Adi Shankara as Mayavadi. Are Baba, Adi Shankaracharya used the sword of Advaita to drive away the Malechas, but he was a great Krishna Bhakta. So you must understand, in whatever context something is being used, don't blow things out of context and start using silly words and silly criticism of Adi Shankara, calling him Mayavadi and all that rubbish. Lokatraya pura moola stambam lokaloka manalokam lokesham paramesham pranamata govindam paramanandam. Govinda, I extol Govinda, who is the eternal bliss, who ran away from the fear of caning from Yashoda. Govindam. He ran away. He said, you see, mrutsnam matsiheti Yashoda tadana shaishava santrasam. Yashoda tadana shaishava. So he was scared that Yashoda is going to beat him. Who can beat Krishna? So this is Krishna Leela. And then Yashoda was angry because he was eating the earth. Then he showed the world, the entire created universe in his mouth, and the world beyond, and so many planes of existence, the 14 planes of existence in his open mouth to his mother. He is the foundation of the existence of all the worlds, multiverses, who is the light of the world and who needs no world to live in, who is the Lord of the world and who is the Supreme Lord. Traivishta. So it's very difficult to translate, you see. Lokatraya pura moola stambam lokaloka manalokam lokesham paramesham pranamata govindam paramanandam. He is raso vaisaha, he is the personification of joy. So worship Krishna and be joyful. If you worship other gods who are always very serious, very sad, angry, and of course the other desert cults, those gods are psychopaths. They are bloodthirsty rascals actually. So worship Krishna and be happy, because Krishna is Govinda and he is Paramananda. Traivishtapari, Traivishtapari, Purviragnam, Kshitibharagnam, Bhava Rogagnam, Kaivalyam, Navanitahara, Manaharam, Bhuvanaharam, Vaimalya, Vaimalyasfata, Cheto Vritti, Vishesha, Bhasa Manabhasam. Oh my God, how to translate this? So, Krishna Govinda is the eternal bliss. He destroys all these asuric tendencies and asuras. These fellows who are actually dharti ke boj, who are increasing the burden on Mother Earth. He destroys the disease of reincarnation, rebirth, transmigration, metempsychosis. He is the only one who eats freshly prepared butter. He requires no food, but he is the food of the universe, who is observed in the special consciousness. Only in dhyana you can see Krishna, who is so immaculate and who cannot be fully known ever. And he is so Kaivalyam Navanita Aharam. Navanita Aharam. He is taking butter as his food. Bhuvanaharam. He is the food of the whole world. Vaimalyasfuta Cheto Vritti Vishesha Bhasa Manabhasam. Okay, who adores Shiva, and Shiva also adores him, and who is ever in joy. Okay, next. Shaivam Kevala Shantam Pranamata Govindam Paramanandam. So Shiva, he adores Shiva, Shiva adores him. Gopalam Prabhu Leela Vigraha Gopalam Kula Gopalam Gopi Khelana Govardhana Dhruti Leela Lalita Gopalam. So Gobhirni Gadita Govindasfuta Namanam Bahunamanam Gopi Gochara Duram Pranamata Govindam Paramanandam. He is known as Gopala, who took the form of a shepherd just for the sake of sport. He incarnated in the family tree of Nanda, and he was sporting with all the Gopas and Gopis and lifting Govardhana. And he was given the name Govinda by the cows. Kamadhenu gave him the name Govinda because he protects cows, he protects Mother Earth, and he is the master of senses. If you want to control your senses, worship Krishna, because he is Govinda. Go means senses. Rishikesha means master of the senses. Unfortunately, we are slaves of the senses. So if you worship any other petty gods, or worse still, if you are worshipping the desert cults, then you will become a bigger slave of the senses. Worship Krishna, who has many names and who is beyond the scope of the definition of gods. Even gopis and gopals and devas also have no idea about Krishna, because he is so magnificent and so indefinable and indescribable, anirvachaniyam. Okay, next. Gopi Gochara Pranamate. Okay. Gopi Mandala Goshti Bhedam. Gopi Mandala Goshti Bhedam. Bhedavastha Mabheda Bhedavastam Abhedabhavam. Shashwat Gokhara Nirdutodgata Dhuli Dhusara Saubhagyam Shraddha Bhakti Gruhitananda Machintyam Chintita Sadbhavam Chintamani Mahi Manam Pranamata Govindam Paramanandam. Okay, what does this mean? So he is the Chintamani. That means he will confer all that you desire. And well, he is so beautiful. And the dust that rises from the striking of the hooves of the cows on the ground, that dust also is a sort of decoration for him. And he looks so beautiful. And who accepts? He accepts devotion with happiness. and who is the greatest jewel of our thoughts. Then Snana Vyakula Yoshidvastra Mupadayagam Parudham. That is Gopi Vastra. See, there are many rascals who try to, big grime Krishna. Big grime means to throw grime and, defame him. Krishna was barely 6 years old, and the Gopi girls were all praying that they should have a husband like Krishna. So, this was an incident that happened when Krishna was barely 6 to 7 years old, and all the young girls, he stole the clothes and he sat on a tree, and they had to come out to collect their clothes. So, this is actually the imagination of a poet. And the allegory is, we should be completely surrendered to Krishna. That means, all these coverings and, ego and inflated self-image, you should be willing to give up everything. Come out of samsara. Just like the girls had to come out of the water naked and collect their clothes. So, be as you are naturally, be the Atma, and then Krishna will befriend you. If you are wearing a million bloody faces and trying to fool him, then forget it. So that is the allegory. So you should approach Krishna with clean hands, like they say in law. Next, Vyadit Santiratha Digvastra Datum Upakarshantam Taha Nirduta Dvaya Shoka Vimoham Budham Budhe Rantastham Satta Matra Shariram Pranamata Govindam Paramanandam. So that's what I just explained. Kantam Karanakara Madimanadim Kaladhanabhasam Kalindigata Kaliya Shirasi Sunrutyantam Muhuratyantam Kalam Kalakalatitam Kalitashesham Kali Doshagnam Kalatrayagati Hetum Pranamata Govindam Paramanandam. So he will save you. Who danced on the heads of Kaliya, who is death himself, who is beyond the dance of death, and who is formless, and who destroyed the malice of Kali Yuga, who can destroy the terrors of Kali Yuga, and who is the reason for the existence of past, present and future. So Govindam Paramanandam. Brundavana Bhuvi Brundaraka Gana Brundaradhita Vandeham Kunda Bhamala Manda Smera Sudhanandam Suhrudanandam Vandyashesha Mahamuni Manasa Vandyananda Padadvandvam Vandyashesha Gunabhim Pranamata Govindam Paramanandam. And who is in Vrindavan and all that, you see, lest you can imagine. See, so Mahamuni, all the Mahamunis are worshipping him, and many fools are not worshipping him, isn't it? So Adi Shankara is commenting, you should be a fool when Vedavyasa and all great rishis are worshipping Krishna, and you are worshipping some tomb and grave and running after some stupid Baba who can't even save himself. Govindashtakam etad dhite Govindarpita chetayah Govindachyuta Madhava Vishno Gokula Nayaka Krishneti Govindangri Saroja Dhyana Sudhajaladhau Tasamastashu Govindam Paramanandam Govinda Paramanandamrutam Tastham Sa Tamabhyeti. Oh. So finally, how do we translate this? So he says, Adi Shankara is saying, those who submit their mind to Govinda, chant the names of Govinda, chant Achyuta, Madhava, Vishnu, Gokula Nayaka, Krishna, Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudana, Trivikrama, Vamana, Sridhara, Rishikesha, Padmanabha, Damodara, Sankarshana, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Purushottama, Adhokshaja, Narasimha, Achyuta, Janardana, Haraye, Sri Krishna Namaha. Then, if you chant all these names, 24 names I just chanted, it will wash away all the sins, all the papams that you have committed. Janmantara Sahasreshu, and your mind should be always resting at the lotus feet of Govinda, and sing this Govindashtakam, or at least listen. The Sanskrit is very tough, isn't it? Because we can't match Adi Shankaracharya's caliber. So you must internalize this divine nectar. And study the Bhagavad Gita, live the Gita. Gita is much more easier, The shlokas are so much more easier. Chant at least 10 shlokas every day. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna.